So let's start with the today's session. So this is like day four of cybersecurity of like week two, in which we are covering like topics from the intermediate to advanced. And I'm Ashwani Kumar, a cybersecurity researcher and a part of GT's general team. So we are at day four, of course, and like today we are gonna introduction to the CTF and its categories. Like, of course, we have already talked about the different categories before, but today we will dive deep into that and know a little more about that, and so that we can solve the practice lab in like tomorrow too. Fine. So before starting the session, there is important notice that we need to be careful about. So all the content which will be shared throughout the bootcamp is strictly for the educational purposes and lies under the code of conduct of GD. Requesting all the participants to follow the code of conduct seriously. Neither GD Jalandhar nor me will be responsible for any damage or harm caused by the participants. So this is the day four, and today we will practical work. Like I will show the practical from the beginner level only, so that every beginner can try upon the like CTF and from like starting what is introduction like introduction to the CTF, what is CTF, then we will discuss a few categories and having the hands-on on that few categories, and at last I will be like giving you a homework for today that you need to complete before tomorrow's session. Fine. So introduction to the CTF. So what is this CTF? So I have already like said a lot many times like CTF, CTFs and CTF. I will be doing this in CTF. This is CTF and of labs in CTF. Fine. So many of you like as a beginner, you must be like fed up of what is this CTF all about. So CTF actually stand for the capture the flag. This is actually the that has been given to the like practitioner of the ethical hacker, like who is coming into this domain of ethical hacking and the cybersecurity basically. So a simulated environment that has been provided to them. Suppose if you are going for the for like training of the pilot, fine. So what is happening? Suppose they are having so many of simulated machines, they can't just hand over you like aeroplane or the plane, different kind of machines, uh, different kind of machines, or like over to you like as a like practitioner. Fine. As a beginner, they will not just hand over that all machine to you, but they have just created the simulated machine so that the beginner can practice that beforehand before going to the actual machine. So similarly, that actually happens in the cybersecurity too. We can just go on the live network and scan that, because that will be the critical part. Fine. So for that, these kind of labs has been made by the professionals, so that as a beginner, we can just practice out these kind of like labs. You can just clear the whole concept. What is how the like web exploitation happens, what is the buffer overflow, what is the reverse engineering and all. So more and more you're gonna like solve the lab more and more these kind of things. So it is the like one of the best way of like getting started with the cybersecurity. Of course, if you're familiar with the basic terms, what are like we have already discussed in the week one. So if you're familiar with the basic terms, what is this and that. So if you're familiar with some cyber laws that are important too. So after that, knowing these kind of things, you can when you're diving deep into this into the topics of the cybersecurity, you can just practice out the lab get familiar with each and every of the topic. Fine. So if you're not solving the lab, so that what happened, I have already told you that what's happened to me. I used to read the books. I used to read, but I wasn't aware of this CTF kind of environment because none of like I wasn't having any senior to guide me at that time. Uh, so like in the first year, so I was just reading the books and books and blogs. So that wasn't helping me out because when I start the CTF, I came to know that whatever I was like reading in the blog, uh, I was just forgetting that. I wasn't able to clear up my concepts, and moreover, like I was just forgetting the basic concepts of the cybersecurity. I was reading into a blogs. Sometimes whatever I have read, that actually came to like the comes out to be wrong when I implement that into the practical way. So it's better to go for the practical. So that's why we are creating some kind of CTF like challenges for you, so that you can like solve that and get hands on this. So that's why I was always saying like again and again I'm saying set up your Kali get hands on on that. Fine. So this was the like what is CTF. We have already like what is CTF, and now there are some types of CTF that we actually go through. What are that types? Basically, this is like a Jeopardy, attack, defense, and mixed type. Fine. So what happens in this kind of CTF? Like like basically the CTF actually requires the same kind of skills. So there is not going for the Jeopardy style CTF. Then you have to like acquire the particular skills, and if you are requiring for the like attack defense CTF, then you have to gain the another skill. So it isn't like that. You get same skills for the both kind of thing. It is just like how the lab has been created for you. Fine. In the Jeopardy, what you need to do, you actually go into the lab, and like there are different types of lab that you can see in the very first picture at the top. It is lab, crypto, forensic, reverse, miscellaneous, and pawn. So what you can see in these kind of like scenarios, a particular lab for the web has been created for you. Fine. So what like that lab will be including a particular flag that you need to find, and that will revolve around the web only. So you need not to go like for the crypto kind of thing. So that is like on that will only relate to the web. When you're coming to the crypto, that will like mostly like relate to the crypto kind of thing, and similarly like forensic, reverse, and all. So you can just click on the lab, and you can just gain CTF flag, and upon that you will be given some kind of points over that. So it is similar like solving some lab, and you have been given the credits, like you can see on the like hacker rank and all. So you have been given some kind of points now after some lab. So that is similar like the Jeopardy style kind of CTF. And in the attack defense, what you have been given, you have been given a particular IP, or you can say a particular machine has been given to you that is actually vulnerable. The vulnerability, a different vulnerability. So that may actually include like for this you must be aware of like how to use the terminal. So you must be like a regular user of the Linux, and you like you should have a like a great hands-on on the terminal. It is not like you can just play with the terminal kind of thing if you are not able to like install the like if you are not able to clone the things, if you are not able to like make the connection from one network to another network, then like this will not help you out. So before that, go and try with like exploring more and more with the terminal, and then you can just explore in the attack defense. You will what you will be doing, uh, you will be getting one IP that is actually one machine. So on the basis of that, you have to find the different vulnerabilities, and upon submitting the flags again, so you will be like moving up like similar like points will be given to you. Fine. So that is in the attack. So it is like similar like if hacking skills, whatever you will apply on this, these will go like similar. But only thing is this attack defense will be like the combination of the different kind of different categories that we are involving in this CTF. Fine. Then it comes the mixed style, of course, that will be like starting from the attack defense, but you upon like give up on like submitting the flags, of course that is a combination of Jeopardy that attack defense CTF. Fine. So that is a mixed style of the CTF that you can try with. So these kind of like CTF mostly happen in the live CTF. So if you go for the live CTF kind of thing, you will like see the mixed style. So till now, like I hope like we are clear with the types of CTF. So can we just go with the practical? You can just
Yes, sir.
just like if you can. So I will start with that. So what are the CTF categories and like categories wise we will and solving. Okay, heck yeah. Okay, so the very first thing that we have already seen the cyber forensic and the open source intelligence. Okay, open source intelligence. So we have seen like we have to play with the different kind of files. We have to play with the data. What kind of data has been stored in this kind of file, and extension. Of course, I have already like told you. You can just simply change changing the extension of the file. You can get the real file, and you will get the real the CTF flag in that. Fine. So in the forensic, you will you will be needing some kind of tools. Told you about like Beanbog, then the Wireshark we have already talked about. So I will be like taking you to the lab. So for this, I'm copying up this in using PC right now. If you are using the PC and you are like along with me, you want to solve, you can just solve that. Fine. I will be taking some basic challenge so that the beginner can understand what this CTF is all about. So basically, we have to find the hidden message in this the CTF. Fine. So that's what we like we all understood from this from till now we have understood about the CTF. So we have to like hidden messages in these kind of files. So this is just a forensic. So if I go for maybe look deep that has been like already demonstrated in the first week with the help of Windows. Go with let's solve this with the help of Terminal 2 so that you will be aware of like how we can solve that with the both. Fine. So we have downloaded that look deep and all. So basically, if you suppose and let's see if it run. This is the MP4 file that I'm like playing with. Nothing comes. So I'm not able to play this video file. So what is the next step? What we have been taught already, like we can just see the metadata. I would say like the metadata or the prop in the properties. I can see what are the size of the file. Like metadata is like data about the data. So maybe this is a folder, and I want to retrieve the data. What is the data about the data? So I'm seeing the size of this. So this is the type MPEG. So I can see the size, and with the size you can just judge that any of this is not like so small. Even if some like test file is having like good amount of data, even that is bigger than this size, right? So if we go about this and the next thing that I can just rename that. So what we you can just rename that with the help of this. Okay, I'm having. I hope. So if I go for this look deep MP4 and I'm converting this into the RAR file, so you can just extract this RAR file into that. So like, can we extract this in? Okay. So what I'm saying, upon extracting this file just with a simple click, what I can see a like flag.jpg. Fine. So nothing. I can see none of the CTF flag in the like the CTF flag in the picture. This is just a picture. So what I can go for this or further I can yeah. Anything. So what I can do, I can just anyway speaking, having a doubt. So what I have done upon renaming that, upon like converting, basically renaming or converting the file MP4 file into a RAR file, and I'm extracting that RAR file. And upon that extraction, I can see there is one file. You can see that here even. Fine. So what I can do next, I can simply check out if there is any strings. So using the strings and flag.jpg, you can see like it was a simple challenge that was created for you guys. So you can just copy this one and you can just paste that upon in the lab to get the points. Fine. So this was the hidden message in this kind of files. Easy in the Windows too. I know, like upon clicking just by renaming that extension, changing the extension basically of the file, you are just getting the file, and of course in the terminal you are just using move. You are just using. You're just getting the like data or the flag, hidden flag inside the file. Fine. So this is just a basic thing. That's all. If okay, we have already like seen the Wireshark now. So we can see the Wireshark once again. Wireshark, one of the challenge with the help of the Wireshark we can solve. You might be wondering how a challenge can be given in the Wireshark. So I can just open this file with the help of the Wireshark. Fine. And let me just check what kind of data has been given in the Wireshark. I can see the different data, and let's just look around if I'm getting any kind of file.io. I can see something. Fine. HTTP, TCP, anything, JPEG, some kind of image is there. Fine. So now I want this image on my desktop. So what I can do, I can simply go and export that with the HTTP. So I can just save that file. I'm getting the file that has been attached with the like in this Wireshark extension, like the PCAP like extension. I want to save that. Okay, here. So write out. Okay, so okay, so I guess this is the hidden flag only, Bhaskar. Okay, so I guess this is the only like hidden flag that has been.
Yeah, this was the hidden
Okay,
flag.
so there was nothing else to do with the image. Even sometimes what happened, in the like CTF, they try to divert you from the real flag. So maybe like most of the time it doesn't happen like that is given in the form of this now flag that has been like written into into the curly braces and all. So that is the only flag. But maybe sometime in the attack defense mostly it happens. They divert you from the real real hidden message. So you have to explore more and more, and after that you will be knowing. So let's solve one more. If solving forensic image. What is this one?
Ashwini, can you go in that audio challenge if it is possible now?
Okay, I haven't like
Be-
installed the tool again.
no, no, Audacity is not needed. Online tool will be
Okay.
fine.
Which one?
To the solution one first because I think I have to change it. Yep, the last
Uh,
marshmallow.mp3. Can you open that? Yeah, and
okay.
send that link in chat in Google Meet chat. Just copy that link and edit it. I'll push it to the master branch.
This one.
Yeah,
right?
just copy to that GitHub. Yeah, edit it from the right top button. Yep.
I need to
Okay.
sign.
Okay. Leave that. I'll be doing it.
Okay.
Yep. No issues.
Okay. So no worries. We can just solve that on the day 7. I guess we will be having some like few time on that day. So Pastor
Okay.
can just go through this one. So this was just like a forensic challenge. So let's not just waste the time like more of like giving more of time over here. I will be like missing up the topics that I need to cover. That is after the web exploitation, and for the web exploitation, for to like explain that web exploitation, I'm using like hackertest.net. I'm using this. This will be having the lab of web. Fine. So you can just go on and this is totally for the beginners. I know like maybe many of you are devs be knowing like the inspect and all, but I'm assuming that because I have seen that first year students are all also there. So for them, doing these kind of labs. So very first, I'm not giving any hint. You can just see Hacker.net is the online kind of tool. So nothing here. There's just the little info about that, and you can just read if you can get any hint about this level 1 hackers solve the problem and all. So none of the like hint has been given in this like paragraph. So what you can do, you can simply inspect that. How you can do that, or you can just simply click on the tool plus shift plus I. And in this inspect, I like in the developer tool, I can just go and I can see for the like different kind of files. So are you able to like see something? Let me just zoom in. Are you guys able to see something that can be that seems like important and will be helpful for solving the lab? Nothing in the metadata or like nothing in the header. Then let's go for the JavaScript file. Anything here? I can see password. Not anything here.
Ashwini, just don't
You can just
say that.
yeah. I'm just
Yep.
I was expecting
This
the
is
answer.
very yeah. This is very simple challenge, guys. Like it is just JavaScript. If even if C or C++, that will be fine because it is just a simple if else kind of a statement. Just look at it, understand what kind of value is needed in order to solve this challenge. There's for password, we have to fill that correct password and submit it. And what is the correct password? It is written in this particular script, that JavaScript something, the JavaScript tag, script language function check this area.
Answers are coming.
Just
Okay.
yeah, let's wait for a while. Guys, you can access send this link in the chat section. Try to crack the first challenge.
This is just simple one. You just need to have know like what is how you assign a value to the variable, and you can just see even I have stopped here like to the answer only, and you can just see
Very simple. If some condition is given and then else alert, try again. Else में गलत चीज है, if में सही चीज है. Yes, Nipun has answered it correctly. No, yeah. So variable is equal to null, and then it is checking something over there, right? If document A equal to A. Then you can see document dot location, right? Document dot location, what it does, it will redirect us to some other page, and it is redirecting it us to some other page, right? So yep,
Okay.
Ashwini just added over there. Null.
Yeah. So I hope like everyone is clear with this. Of course, challenge where you have to see again. Nothing here. I'm not finding any of the like no hint has been given. So again, I can just inspect that, and check if something has been given. Anything in the header?
Let's open view source. I guess that will control you. Yeah.
Okay. So like in this,
Siddiqui Malik was the first to answer. He has answered, but he has answered
one,
it
two,
wrong by typing,
two,
but
three.
actually, yes was correct.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
like not in if not inspecting, you can see the pass is equal to this. Of course, this has been explained by Bhaskar like in the previous section. So upon copying this,
Yeah.
pasting that.
People are thinking that it is 3131, but it is actually L3L. Yeah.
Okay. So again for the this one something. Okay. So if not like if you don't want to like think like as a programmer and all like how the Bhaskar has explained as a newbie like if you are totally beginner in all JavaScript, not aware of this what this CSS is, but I assume that you already know these things. But yeah, suppose like please enter the password, and of course like we have already done in the previous section. In this, it is actually checking the message or checking the like assignment like what has been stored in this PW. Fine. So the next thing will be like what is PW or like what has been assigned to the PW. What is the like stored in the PW like variable. So in the PWD variable, like something is like window dot document dot a link dot color like color. So some color has been assigned. So in this is like in the screen, I can see I've already like gone with the yeah. Someone has one. So if you are like aware of the like CSS kind of thing, and if you are like aware of like the color that has been provided to the A link, so I can just go this password hash 000. Fine. So till now, like this is like have already like asked me who has like solved that, these kind of challenges beforehand. So they just say like I'm not able to solve the fourth challenge. But on upon clicking the fourth channel, you can get into the level 5. So there is no password for this channel. But if you are not gonna enter the right password for the level 5, you will not be able to get in onto the level 6. But it will just redirect to the previous channel. I can just see. So upon like seeing the source code, if you're inspecting that, they do. If you are just clicking on this and if you start inspecting the thing, you will not get the like answer for this lab. I have like seen that thing. Okay. In the like in this, you will be not able to like crack the like password. You will be not able to if you're not seeing the source code. If you're just inspecting that. So upon seeing this, upon going to the sorry. Upon seeing the like this one, you simply have a password. Or what you can see, what you can do, you can it has already like given to you the file name, then extension of the next one given. Either you can just copy the password and paste that here in that like dialog box that appears in this one. But or you can, what you can do, you can just simply change this one. Fine. So if I go, I'm here at the level 6. Fine. So you can just do that in the both the way. So for the level 6, again, let me just check. So for the level 6, is there any? Okay, variable pass I can see as any pass element. Okay, so I can, okay, this was nothing but simple like password has been given to you. So you can just go through the source code and you can just check for the different kind of files. So in the JS file, we can like of course it has been written the password.js. So it is the only unit that can that clear solving the CTF. So of course, let me just do this again. Fine. For the level 7, any JS file, anything, anyone? Can you see? Okay, yeah, Netas over the fire is like another one. That even that is too basic, and that even gives you the lot many hint. Yeah. So, like, are you getting some kind of like thing here? Like, what I can go for next? Like, what can be the next step? Anyone? 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 Okay. So Nipun has got the writing like you can see the GFI file has been given to us, and we have oh no, sorry. Let me just include in this only.
Um, Ashwini, actually, you did it correctly. Did it
Yes.
correct
Yeah.
the earlier time. Yep.
In this one.
Yes. Yes. Images slash include dot gif. Yeah,
Yeah.
the strings of that image. Just try to give it as GIF.
I was getting that image in that one. I
Yeah.
was just
It's up to browser to render it or not. Sometimes it happens.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
just saying that before, like I was getting that image.
Okay. So
So you can
actually,
just
Ashwini, it's written over their view source, right? This is the reason you are seeing the strings in the URL. I guess if I'm not wrong,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, in the URL view source is
That is,
written.
yeah, in the view source, the source file that is actually converting the image file into the like the
Yes.
so that you can like in the forensic you can just retrieve that into the like earlier form. Like we have already done that, right? In the okay, so I haven't shown that.
Yep.
In the one of the challenge this Hexonic dot official in this one, so you can just solve that. You will get the like answer just by typing the strings, like just converting the image file into a string form. So you can see this. Okay, network earlier. So I guess like this is the like simplest kind of thing. So I have already like given you the hint of like already given you this site. Sorry. So you can try the next thing because I wouldn't be able to complete the next part. It's already like 7:42. So you can just try, and if you are getting any, and you can just use the Discord channel, or either I will be demonstrating some of few of the like problems, solving few of the problems if we start the session of tomorrow. So next thing is reverse engineering, of course. So I can show you. So how many of you actually know like what this reverse engineering is, or with the like name you are getting what this can be, what this in reverse engineering can be?
like a malware analysis or
Malware analysis. So if I let me just show you. Let's just go with like the simple one. What it really says. Okay, so reverse engineering, that is also known as the back engineering, and is a process of like, okay, even this is I feel like this is getting more complex. So reverse engineering, if I like say in the like in the simpler terms, what it is, uh, it is just we are actually we are not destroying the things, we are deconstructing the simple programs that has been written, or a simple anything that has been made by the developer, any tool, or maybe any software company, like they actually see what they see, they actually do the reverse engineering, and they actually see like how the whole product has been developed. Fine. So but they can find out type of like this technology can be used in the both ways, not technology but the method can be used in the both of the ways, for like constructing, for the constructive kind of things and for the destructive too. So what we can do, if we see like how a thing has been made, or how the thing has been like how a software has been developed, we can either make it better, like we can find out the errors that has been there, we can find out the vulnerabilities that has been. What we can do, if that has been used by the attacker, what the attacker can take the use of this, he can take the use of this, he can just simply know, like he is aware and he's how everything is developed, and he is aware of how the code has been maintained. Then he can just simply destroy the whole code. Like he will be able to find out the errors, and he will be able to find the like vulnerabilities in the code. It will be able to find he will be able to find any of the vulnerabilities, and he can destroy the whole code and the whole software like within a few minutes. Fine. So that is how this method can be used in the both of the way. So if I just try that beforehand. Okay, so if I try doing reverse engineering on the simple, like just a simple C program, I will try like if I have that. Yes, Rajiv have written something. It's a long paragraph. I wouldn't be able to go through. Fine. So I can just make a simple C program. I'm always like, are you having guys doubt, or you are just saying? I hope like Oscar will be creating them. Okay. So what I can do, I can just simply type "Hello World." That is the first program that we ever do in any of our. Fine. So you can just see this. Okay. So any error till now? Let's just see if I got any error. So no error. So that can be compiled with the help of out. So I can just simply run that like file. You can just see this is the what like thing. Let me just add up a secret message, maybe one more function, like with the secret name, name secret. Sorry, what I can do. Uh, Here I will be print. Okay, so one more question is coming to you. Just be ready for the question. I'm saving this. Upon like doing this, I have added one more print command, but that hasn't been executed here. Can you tell me why? Do you want?
you have to call the function.
Sorry, I have to.
Call the function.
Okay, so I have to call the function, or I have to like simply invoke the function. whatever I will have in the main main function for the first year student. Yeah, not called in the main function, right? Yeah. So if I haven't called any function in that, so now what I want to see whether it will be able to get in the while decompiling this or not. Fine. So what I can try with, I can just simply go for a tool, maybe R2. Oh, sorry, R2. You can see here. Uh, this is one of the tool that is for reverse engineering. Fine. So this is. So I'm using this tool right now, doing the decompile reverse engineering here. Getting? I didn't get that what you are saying. Okay. What is using decompile like the Redat 2. So what I can do before I have just used the out so that I can just load the file here, and upon in this loading all you see this in the file in the code that I have used that before. So upon this upon finding of this all, so now what I can do, I can just simply go for next one, typing the you're typing the capital V, and the next capital V will help you in going to with the that one visual mode. Fine. So in this you can see all the functions. This is what kind of language, may I know? Anyone?
Assembly.
Yeah. So this is one of the a language that you have to be aware. If you're not if you're not mastering in this, but still you must be aware of how this all work. What are the function of this? So let me just go and find out the next thing. So what I have included will be shown here in this file, in this file. So what I have included the main. Fine. So you can see this is all that can be converted into a main. I have used this, and the string is hello world. You can see at the at the right side. And what are the secret file? Maybe there is some kind of, I have to explore to find out what is the secret that have been included in this. So maybe in which kind of file it has been written.
Main file.
In the main. Are you sure? I'm not getting at that in the main. So explore around. So calling upon this print function, I'm just saying that one. Yes, that I've done that. Okay. Let me know if you are seeing the secret code that we have already seen that one. Push one with my object. We are not using anything here. Any of the secret file, any of the secret thing. Yes, man. Okay, so leave it for now. I will just take out the right well written code so that I can just decompile that in before you. Maybe it's not getting me right now. I have to find that so basically you can just go with this. Either you can just go with the debugger maybe. So you are using the wrong file maybe. So either you can just go with go using debugger, maybe the GNU debugger, that is GDB. So you can just go for that thing. Fine. So the next thing, if I can Oscar, you were having a challenge for reverse engineering, right?
It was cctc login.jar.
This one, no? Yeah.
Yep.
So I can just simply download this. I have just used a simple online tool. Uh, this is one of the jar tool and all.
Yeah, jar decompiler jdx.
Yeah. Simply see if I'm not aware of this kind of file, if I'm not doing anything, so I can just simply use the Java decompiler. I can just simply choose that. So these open source tool, these kind of thing are gonna help you out during the CTF. Fine. So of course, like if you're not having so much of time to use a GDB, if you're not having so much of time to explore the things like I have and wasn't able to find the right thing, so you can just simply go. Okay. So again, I can.
Ashwini, before doing this, can you just open that file and just show to the audience like what exactly cctc login.jar is doing? Will once give it okay. Okay, you are in Linux, right? So in Windows, it I guess dot jar you can run it by dot slash cctc login.jar. If not, okay, let audience do that. If they run login cctc login.jar, it will be something like a login page, name and password, and once you hit login, it will show success. If you have hit a wrong username and password, it will show incorrect password. So it was a simple thing. Yeah, continue.
If you're not getting if you're not getting that one, so I can just on retrieving the different kind of files, so I can see this one. This is the correct one. So
Yep,
okay,
yep.
so this is the correct username and the password that you have to log in that, using which you have to log in that. So basically, I hope that you are what this all CTF is all about. So you have to find up the password, you have to find up this kind of thing. So you can see, you can say, in another word, you can say this is just a game. In the game, you have the word have to find the things and then follow up. In the real life, we also play that now. In the movie Student of the Year, that was there. Can I get that name? Okay, no issues. So, these are the things that we can follow up. And for the binary exploitation, I can just simply explain you what this is all about. So, cryptography, I guess you have already done. So, small challenge, if you can just do that. It seems really easy, but maybe it's not. So give it a try to all the things, so all the challenges. For the binary exploitation, I can just simply tell you in this you have must heard about that thing like a buffer overflow. What this buffer means actually. Buffer. Yeah, that's the right answer. So you have to decrypt that two times. So maybe after decrypting that one time, you are not getting that. Yeah, after two times. Let's come to the the question of now. What is buffer? Okay, so everyone is
Like a
getting.
stack.
Yeah. So, bas- so Like buffer is basically in the computer like terms, yeah. So temporary storage in which the data has been like data is transferred while doing some kind of task. So while performing some kind of task and all, so that actually goes into the memory that is called as a buffer. Suppose like what happens now if I see if I use to see like this one. If you can see this image where that image goes. Yeah. So simply, what if a password that I have to put a password in particular field, what I need to do, like I have to put a password of the seven, like it is supposed to like seven digit, fine. So the seven letter password, it is assuming like the backend. But what if I'm putting the like 9 digit password? So the next two one is the like you can say actually the overflow that we are actually doing into the memory. Fine. So this all like is known as the buffer overflow. Suppose if at this position at the eighth number, like my password, like I'm using zero, p is equal to zero. Like that is actually defining that the user is not logged in. Fine. So you if that p actually becomes the non like in the integer or like a non-zero form, so that the attacker or the hacker will log into that. So with the help of this one like buffer overflow, if they this like this vulnerability actually lies into the code, so what they can do, they can just they will just shift that password to the next one. Fine. So suppose this the password that is assumed is the password, but I'm using the 1 2 for this. So 1 is actually taking the place of 8. So the next one is so the actually the variable p that has been like that has been assigned to this memory, so that is actually now containing 1. So p is actually becoming 1. So it will allow the attacker to enter into the like, particular like one that one to enter into like something that is actually requiring some kind of like password and admin like admin access and all. Fine. So this is the vulnerability that can be used, and just by buffer overflow attack, we can not only just gain the like access as the admin, but also we can just destroy the whole of the code even. So suppose if I'm just making it like making a simple code. Yeah. So if I'm just making a simple code in the Python, suppose like maybe uh, using this simple string and using like simple string as and I'm multiplying that as to maybe 264 times. Fine. So and printing that into the like value of the password. Fine. So that will be like if that is like if it is actually kind of the 264 digit. So now what will happen? I will just change that, and I will be getting the error that you are actually you are actually getting overflow with the memory, and upon the value I can simply destroy whole of the storage or whole of the value in that. So this is how we can just go with the like binary exploitation, and like we can just do the buffer overflow and the binary exploitation. Fine. So we will be like solving up on this for sure in the upcoming days. So for now, like I hope that you are clear with this. This CTF practice is actually having a lot of many of the challenge. So just seeing that the seeing and watching the video again and again will not make you like the practitioner of the CTF. You need to solve that. So I hope like we have already shared that many times. So if you want me to share again, just solve each and every lab so that you can just come up with the CTF. What is this CTF all about? And this is really like basic challenges that has been created for you. So there are many another platform for that. I will be discussing about that platform tomorrow, and taking up a few of the labs from that. And for now, of course, like I have seen you guys are getting one two. So you can just solve this one too. In the bandit, if you're not if you're just beginner of this one, like if you're beginner of this in of thing, if you're not aware of the basic commands, you can just go with the bandit. And if you want to go with the next thing that we have solved today in the with the web and all, that will be everything. So this is actually taking you from the basic to the advanced one. So this is I guess this is the best one for the beginners. So you can just type it, you can just try on with the various labs, and you can just get it. So before ending up of this, there is as we all are working from home, and work from home is going on. So this is the homework for you all, that actually consists of the 20 labs. And I guess 6 7 labs I have already solved, so that will not create any problem. So you can just solve this one. Let me just copy that again. Fine. So okay. So you can just solve this thing, and practice the CTF if you want to. Fine. And giving you the challenges that will be basic. That will be that will base upon this one, these all challenges. And at the end, you will be getting the certificate after solving the challenges. So
Yeah, actually, not these challenges. For the certificate, there'll be separate set of challenge, which will be, I guess,
yeah,
for 1 or 2 hours.
yes,
Yep,
not these are the challenges that I'm for the practice kind of thing.
for practicing.
So that in the upcoming 3 or 4 days, you can just practice that thing from the beginner level, from the basic level. Fine. What kind of challenges? Like I have already.
Just solve these challenges which Ashwini has sent. Hackatest.net start with something, right? And later on, the final challenges will be simple. Yeah, yes. So for the categories, it's up to Ashwini. Ashwini, कौन से categories बताना है?
That we will be giving as the task. That will
Yep.
be including these only. Don't worry about that. Whatever we have discussed in these 7 days now, that will be basis that will.
Rajdeep, it is going to be simple, right? And yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's going to be a simple one.
yeah. And guys, earlier I have seen 1 or 2 messages, 1 or 2 questions on like buffer overflow from Navdeep as well. So I know Ashwini was way too technical. Let me just give a non-technical example for it. So buffer is temporary, right? Just imagine you are going in a bus from maybe city A to city B, and in that bus there are seats and one seat is allocated to one person. Now what if a person who is very huge, maybe like Khali, comes and sits just next to you? What is going to happen? He will be occupying some extra portion, right? And you will be getting less amount of seat, and who knows, you may fall down, right? So this is what buffer overflow may lead to. And I have seen I have seen a question for the count how to secure buffer overflow. So buffer overflow is not very common vulnerability. It's up to the developers or the coders who have not done a part of secure coding in their like application. So in C and C++, malloc, these kind of functions, if you use them, they are vulnerable to buffer overflow, right? So basically, whatever, for example, if you have been given a set of a memory length, right? That yes, utilizing memory length of 10, you are utilizing 10. अगर 10 के बाद तुम लोग चले गए, if you go beyond 10, then you will be entering memory of someone else's area, though within the same PC, some other process, and that will lead to some complications. Then you may access the memory of some other application, and then cross application memory sharing isn't allowed, and this is an exploit. So this is all buffer overflow scam.
I guess this is the best example that anyone can give for the buffer
Can
overflow.
you give a live example of it?
Yeah, that Kali one.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
sir.
yes,
Can you give a live example of it?
Live
live
example of
example,
what?
like
Buffer
Overflow.
explaining the
buffer
buffer
overflow.
overflow.
Okay, so live example. What exactly can is Bharat in?
Yeah, Bharat is want to say something.
Yeah, Bharat. Bharat, unmute.
He's
I guess
already done.
again. I guess he फिर से भाग गया शायद से. For buffer overflow, frankly speaking, Bharat Agarwal is the best guy. Because I'm not that good into buffer overflow. I can solve few challenges and something else like that. But for the real life thing, few applications, they get cracked, these kind of things, right? So it is always better. Okay, so अगले सेशन में भी वो आ जाएगा, not issue. See applications get cracked and few of them get like crack versions of it, right? So these things actually happen by these small mistakes that developer do. This kind of buffer overflow kind of mistake. Overflow. There are many other things like fprint. Fprint tha shayad se, yes. So there are many other vulnerable functions. You can just search on the internet vulnerable C++ functions, vulnerable these kind of things, and you can understand that yes, these are the function which I should never include in my code. And if university is teaching you to use calloc malloc, that is fine because you have to learn everything and then you will be able to use, right? Because not always the vulnerable functions will lead to a vulnerability. So
It means buffer overflow is because of vulnerable functions.
yes, buffer overflow can be done only if and developer or the coder has added what we say few functions which are vulnerable. If they replace that vulnerable function from something else, then vulnerability is patched. It's as simple. Yep.
Okay, so got it.
It's just like you're using a plastic bottle in very hot weather, which can melt, and then you use a thermo flask, which will be good for you.
Okay, so
Yep. Yeah, khali around.
Okay, so I guess we are done with the buffer overflow. So this is the best example. So what we are gonna do the next, of course, the practice labs are left with us. So 2 days we are gonna do the practice, and we are gonna like see the like real like challenges or like the lab challenges basically. So we are gonna solve that in the upcoming 2 days, and at the last day, of course, we all know that we are gonna give you the task. So this was all about the day 4. So I hope like everyone has enjoyed that. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can just connect to me on Discord or on Twitter. So this has been written. Fine. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.